Yes, guys, GRP back in the house, and we're here with our Black Adam spoiler review.
Bro, Larry's Black Adam spoiler review.
So I went to watch it yesterday. These guys never had time. They were busy doing other things. I had a little bit of time on my hands. So actually, you were supposed to come with me. Yeah. But anyway, so I had a little bit of time on my hands. So I watched Black Adam, and it's decent. It's decent.
What
These
does
guys
that mean?
well, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into it.
Let's go.
This is a spoiler review. Right, you heard, guys. So if you don't want to hear, stuff about the film,
Time it over.
Anyway, guys. So basically, I'll just give a brief outline of what happens in this film. So Black Adam is from this place called Karnak. He's the champion of this area. He basically, was a slave, then was given powers to overthrow the king, and then he's entombed, basically for thousands of years until a woman so this Karnak is now being occupied by foreign invaders in present day, and she's looking for something. I forgot what she was looking for. A crown made by these devils that give powers that the king back then had and was trying to use until Black Adam destroyed him, right? So she was looking for that to help them with the invaders. Unbeknownst to her, when they entered the tomb to look for it, one of her team was actually a relative of the old king thousands of years ago, and he wants it for himself. So when she finds it, he betrays her, but then they also find the tomb of Black Adam, and she can read the inscription on it. So she reads the inscription, and Black Adam awakens from his tomb,
from his slumber,
kills everyone apart from that guy who gets away, who is related to the old king, who Black Adam killed.
Does he kill the guy?
And no, he doesn't. And her son also is there. He's also part of a resistance, right? So Black Adam then, rises up, and he just kills. He's like, anyone who gets in his way is bad. He kills. He's not taking prisoners. He's not doing any of that. So Amanda Waller, if you remember her from Suicide Squad, Viola Davis, she sends the Justice Society, which comprises of Hawkman, played by Aldous Hodge, Pierce Brosnan playing Dr. Fate, and there's another one called Atom Smasher, and
Atom.
And then there was another one, I forgot her name now, but she's like a Storm. She's like basically like Storm from X-Men. Yeah, something like that. So they go to Karnak to capture Black Adam. But he's way too powerful for them. So he just busts them up, basically. And the whole Karnak are cheering him because he's, for the first time, someone's come and beaten the foreign invaders. And they're coming to just beat Black Adam, who's beating the foreign invaders.
Right.
So they're not with them. Do you know what I mean? So they're still trying to capture Black Adam. In the meantime, this king's relative is still trying to find the crown, which is now the woman has, because she took it from that tomb, right? He catches up to them. They kidnap her boy, who has the crown. He gets the crown from him. I'm surmising very quickly. He gets the crown. By that point, Black Adam has realized that his powers are causing more harm than good. And then it turns out in this iteration of Black Adam, because it's not like the comics, his son, who was also a slave, was given the power. And then he gave the power to his dad by saying Shazam. So if you didn't know,
Shazam!
Black Adam had the powers before Shazam, right? That they're interlinked in a comic, and that's why you will be seeing Black Adam versus Shazam at some point in the film. So that's how The Rock became Black Adam. It wasn't directly through the Wizards. The Wizards gave his son the power, and his son gave him the power.
Right.
So he realizes, so he says Shazam to lose his powers, and he asks to be locked up by the Justice Society, right? So they lock him up. Meanwhile, that guy who's with the crown has got the powers now. So he's murking everyone. So now the Justice Society are going over there to fight him, but he's just messing them all up basically, right? And they're all quite powerful, especially Hawkman and Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is a Doctor Strange type guy. He can see the future, and he sees that Hawkman at some point is gonna die.
Oh, okay.
He told him this earlier, right? But then as they're fighting this guy, the king, Dr. Fate says, "Oh, I can save you from dying." And basically he blocks them all from fighting him, and he goes to fight him. And he dies. He ends up dying. But then before he dies, he projects himself, Astro projects himself to Black Adam in his chamber, right? And he says, "We need you. You're the only one that can stop this guy. So you need to say Shazam." So he actually frees him from his thing, underwater prison, and he manages to get away. And just as he's about to die, he says Shazam, and then he gets the powers again. And he goes to fight the guy, brocks up the guy, like smashes him to bits. Then he lets them other guys know, "Look, I'm not here to fight you. You guys can leave." So they leave. And then Amanda Waller in a post-credit scene. Well, actually, before that, he then establishes himself as the protector of Karnak, you know. And then in the post-credit scene, Amanda Waller comes with this, this kind of spaceship-looking thing, which is also a computer. And she says, "Look, you've got my attention, but you need to be peaceful. Otherwise, no, Karnak is now your prison, because if you step out of Karnak, we'll deal with you." And then he was like, "Well, there's no one there to stop me. No one on Earth can stop me." And she goes, "Well, we can get people from other planets." And then Henry Cavill as Superman comes in and he says, "We should talk." And that's where it ends. So that's, listen, I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed Black Adam a lot. Like, you know, I'm a superhero guy, as everyone knows. Could this film have been done in a Shazam film with exposition and flashbacks? 100% yes. The only reason in my mind that they did this film was because The Rock was being Black Adam, and The Rock being the star that he is, they know that he's gonna put a lot of bums on seats for this film.
Non-superhero fans.
Thank you. So they're gonna make quite a bit of money just doing a Black Adam film. If it was anyone else, it wouldn't have made sense.
No.
So
but people can smell what The Rock's cooking.
Oh hell yeah, hell
The
yeah.
bank is taking, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. So I mean, we've heard that it's his biggest opening ever.
67, 60
Yeah,
million.
but for a lead,
Is he in good shape?
Oh hell yeah, oh yeah. Well, they didn't need padding for the suit, so that tells you.
Yeah. They spray painted it on him.
I'm just saying, you know, The Rock ain't turning up.
Bro, remember he said this was the hardest.
Yeah,
he's worked to get in shape for a film.
yeah.
So he was blockus. He was like hench, and you know, Hawkman, who was played by Aldous Hodge, he was in fantastic shape as well.
Yeah.
But he made Aldous Hodge look small. And Aldous Hodge is not a small guy. No. If you saw them in the premiere, you'll see that Aldous Hodge is not a small guy.
Yeah.
He made Aldous Hodge look small.
Wow.
But Aldous Hodge's Hawkman is another character that I'd like to see again.
Right.
He did really well, and the character's really good the way they did him as well. It's a shame because Pierce Brosnan was brilliant in it as well.
Yeah.
The other two, Atom Smasher and the Whirlwind Tornado Girl, they were okay, but yeah,
nothing to write home.
No.
Cyclone, that's it. They were alright, but like you said, nothing to write home about. The two main ones were Dr. Fate and Hawkman. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with Black Adam next. Are they going to put him in a Shazam film, or are they going to put him in a Superman film? I think it makes more sense to put him in a Shazam film because of they're interconnected.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And everyone wants to see Shazam versus Black Adam because they got the same powers.
Two questions for you.
Go on.
What was your favourite set piece? And the second one was, what was the worst bit of dialogue in it?
My favourite set piece, I have to say, was towards the beginning when they showed Karnak in its ancient times
Okay.
And the slaves. It was very reminiscent of how they always depict the slaves in Egypt,
Right,
building pyramids and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So they were looking for this thing called Eternium, which is very similar to He-Man. Eternia.
Yeah, Eternia. Yeah.
That's what I kept thinking when I was watching the film.
The powers of Eternia.
But so that kind of activates the crown, from the devil and whatever. So that set piece was my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah. In terms of the crappiest bit of dialogue, anything with the kid.
Oh jeez.
Anything with the kid. So I said the woman who found the crown.
Yeah.
She had a kid that was helping them, and he was that superhero. Like he loves superheroes. Yeah. It was just cringeworthy. Yeah, watching him chat with Black Adam and, oh yeah, Superman never came to help us and Black Man never came to help. Just like cringe, shut up.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Cringe
So that does that answer your question?
Yeah. Do you think it's fitting at the 39% it's currently got on Rotten Tomatoes?
That's a critic score. I can see why, because the action pieces, especially in the air, fantastic. Rivals quite a lot of premiere superhero films that we love. In terms of action, especially in the aerial scenes. The problem with this film is and this is why I say it could have easily been done in the Shazam film as exposition and flashbacks, is the storyline was garbage.
Right.
Storyline was garbage. So yeah, it could have easily been done in 10 minutes with flashbacks. It didn't need to be done. Like I said, if it wasn't because of The Rock,
they padded it right out.
Right.
They've made
100%. If it wasn't because of The Rock, this film would never have been made. And I can see why it took so long, because you remember there was delay after delay after delay with this film, and I can see why, because the story just wasn't there. And I can only imagine what the story was before, because it wasn't great now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
Last but not least, what do you think of Dwayne as Black Adam?
Do you know what? I actually, comparing it to the trailers, I actually didn't mind him as Black Adam.
Okay.
I actually thought it was a lot better in the film than I saw in the trailers.
All right, yeah.
Because Black Adam is a lot like how he portrays him in the comics.
Right.
Very stoic, very aggressive, very rageful.
Yeah.
But he is also an anti-hero. So he's not an out-and-out villain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's very similar to Venom.
Okay.
How they've got Venom now as a lethal protector.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very similar to that. So he doesn't mind killing people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that kind of thing. And people have to rein him in and like there was a scene in there where they're looking for the boy. They've kidnapped the boy in these aerial aerial motorcycles, you could say.
Okay.
That's the closest I can get to them. And they move really fast. And Hawkman and Black Adam are like, okay, let's go after each of them and look inside them and see if they've got the boy. So whereas Hawkman is doing it and he's making sure the people riding them don't die, the villains riding them don't die, Black Adam is just flinging them and then Hawkman's having to go and catch them. And he's like, I'm telling you, like, I thought we had a deal, like, don't kill people.
Yeah.
And he goes, I never made that deal. And he's just murking
There you
people.
go, you just said that, but I never made that deal. Yeah, I love that. So,
You know what I mean?
so it seems like it's a fun little watch.
It's fun, yeah.
But you can't
I wouldn't go
too seriously.
As you guys know, I'm a superhero head.
Yeah.
I like going back and watching again and again and
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
So much so that you guys go, what you doing, Larry?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go back and watch this.
Boy.
I mean, I would go back a second time with you guys, just because you ain't watched it, or
Yeah.
with my missus,
Yeah.
because she hasn't watched it.
But
if you guys didn't want to watch it, I wouldn't go back and watch it.
Okay.
It wasn't that sort of movie. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So it didn't grip me, like, you know what I mean? It's just a fun watch.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know what I
just
mean?
wait for it to come on screen.
Yeah.
Watch it
Before I
again.
watch it again.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a Black Panther. It's not a
Yeah.
Spider-Man. You know what I
Oh
mean?
gosh, how many times is he going to see Black Panther? You know what I mean? He ain't even going to see Larry for the
He'll
next
be making
3
up
weeks.
half of it in box office.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Opening night, thanks to Larry.
Well, we're all going opening night, yes,
Yeah.
thanks to me.
Or opening weekend, should I say. Thanks to Larry.
Yeah, man. So guys, that was my review of Black Adam, I will give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
So it's decent. It's decent. It's a
Yeah.
good watch, but nothing
Yeah.
special. So, guys, if you've seen Black Adam, let me know what you think, and let the boys know what you think, and let me know if you're gonna go watch it again, and let the boys know if they should go and watch it.
Yeah, should we watch it or should we allow it?
Yeah.
Is there not enough juice? I need more juice.
Juice.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that is it for today. So, the show is over. So, guys, thank you very much for being with us. And yeah, we'll be back again real soon with some more juicy content. In the meantime, keep supporting us, keep watching our stuff. And for us, few super thanks our way if you don't mind.
Pretty please.
Ta-ta.